said tonight. I don't have a job to find, and if I were tonight, I'm so tired tonight. I fall asleep when I'm home, if I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I were tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm home. I was just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the nightmare. But when I stopped to see through light, begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try it. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I were tonight, I'm so tired tonight, I fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm home. There's no way to go, no one that can see through at the side of the light. I can see my life is crap, I have to see them too. I just live into my world, far from the pain, the feel. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the start of hell. But when I stop to see through light, begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet in the home of the brave.
All right, Brownney racing fans, here we go. We got us a good race here. As about to get set to go green. What's going to be going North Wilkesboro style? Hey, why not? What's up? D1 for the dub. Okay. And it says D1 for the dub. All right. Well, why not? Daniel Sykes, gonna be man out front. Here we go. Pace car, leading them around. Tough track. See what happens. Woo, boy, look at that. Brown says, I'm out of town. Gets that jump out front. You want to get down low quick. Car will get it will get loose, but it can get tight also. The red nighttime sky. Good. Wow. Side by side. See Smith and company right here. Grant, he's back there, but look at old Khalib Smith. We'll see if he can't drive that thing on the inside of him. As you see, Sykes right now is kind of battling. Car want to push just a little bit. Open the door up for Smith. If he at least can get in there, and he got loose coming off. Woo! Hang on to it, Bronco Bull. Yeah, that's what happens when you push it coming off the turn here. You push it coming off the turn, guess what? Ain't wrong. Not happening. Kenny. Go, Kenny. This is going to be more of a pace style track. Got guys, man, that's going to have to pace it out. There's a Casper car. Duck. Cook and Company. Oh, that's a cool looking Reese's car. Look at that thing. And look at that. That's like back in the Halloween days, man. Let's get out. Austin Prince. And got Fury on the hood. Khalib Smith right here with him. Kenny in front. Up in fourth. The battle here. Starting off in third. Well, he's going to look. I'll tell you what, Sykes is holding them off. That's just because you've got to be careful passing. Tires definitely will play a factor here. But with that said, tires also, track position will be crucial. It depends entirely on, I don't know, how well these guys can modulate around this track. Say it that way. Right now, battle. And it looks like Grant's going to get him. Once you get door to door with somebody like that, you're pretty much going to get him. Unless you just kind of lose it and then go into the wall and cautions out. I was about to say he probably had him. Let's go back on the replay to see pretty much what happened on this deal right here. Once you get on the inside, and you get on the inside guy, it's going to be all night deal. Get down there in the less grip. You've got to be able to throttle off the turn, and he did. Throttle a little too hard. Problem is, when he did, nowhere for the Pennzoil man to go, and he got involved with that one just a little bit. Ouch. Yeah, Grant looked good. Problem is this is a tough track, man. I don't know. I really don't know how else to say it. It's a tough track. I mean, it's like one of these tracks where you've got to be on your game. And for the guy out there, I just saw you comment out there in the Discord. He's talking about the blank car. I don't know if this still is a thing. I know it was back in the day, or it still could be. If he has a paint, hopefully you can hear me talking about it. It's actually for Stephen Tuck. We'll see him come on live. I noticed his paint's not showing up. Have his painter save his paint in 16-bit instead of 32-bit. That used to be a problem with Xfinity cars. They would show up all black, and it would be because the paint was saved. I don't know how legal that is right there. I mean, you're supposed to go through everybody's pits and kill all the pit guys. But if they save it in 16-bit, it fixed it. So maybe have him try that with his paint job next time. Have his painter save it in a 16-bit format instead of 32. Hopefully he's listening. Hopefully out there, Brew, you're listening, man. Hopefully that helps set out. Tuck. All the other stuff. I know it was a major problem back with the Xfinity cars. Trade has nothing to do with trading paints, nothing to do with iRacing. And we tried everything in the broadcast. And I had guys coming, Joe, man, you need to update trade. No, not on my end. It's on your painter's end. And I tried to tell them. And finally, there were posts out there about it. And it happened for months and months and months. So have him try that. Have Stephen Tuck try that next week. And see if it shows up.
Green flag.
Bet you it might work. Green flag, we're back. Brown and Company up front. Sykes, he's going to be there in a second. Didn't get away with a little bit of damage. Meanwhile, in the back here, Grant's going to see if he can't fly back up front. Brent's caught on the outside, not where you want to be. Not where you want to be. Side-by-side racing. We got Prince, Kenny, Smith, and Smith. That's Chris Smith, Khalib Smith. Door and door. Moyer, he's back there too. That's a good race right now. I like this. Solid. Nathan Brown, Kenneth Price, or Prince, excuse me, or Keith Prince, right there with him. Glebe Smith and company, they're nose to tail. Chris Smith. Here comes the 24, Moyer. He's going to drive it down on the inside. Going to push that envelope. Hold on to that Rainbow Warrior machine. Yeah, that's the problem. Get that drive going in. She feels good. She looks good. The bad thing is, it's gonna come out and money you. Whoop. Bye-bye, baby. All right, back at it again. Out front, Smith and Company. Right along with them. But it's Brown. He's got this place figured out so far. Oh, Cook in the back here. Might cook some Reese's. Went around a little bit. Here comes the leader, Brown. Back here, this battle behind him because Brown's taking off. He's got a 2.2 second lead out front. He's dogging the field right now. This is a big battle going on here. Sykes, that damage might be starting to take effect on him. You can get away with some damage as long as the motor's not hurt, suspension's not hurt, etc. Kenny won last week here. He's in third. Trying to see if he can double up. Got Grant right there behind him. Ooh, bumps the wall a little bit. Bumpy bump. Right on board here with him. See him, he's going to run it on General Tire D1 machine in front of him. Jacob Grant. See what he's doing if he's sawing at the wheel. Put on the inside. He's going to drive it on the inside. Woo! Able to make that pass. You could dime it off in a turn, but the guy behind you might end up trying to drive it off in there to you. That's the bad thing about diamonding. Diamonding, it's probably the best way to go into the turn, but you got to, and the guy behind you got to make sure he's not going to try to nosedive you in there. And you can do that very easy with this track. Dover's another track very bad for it. Very bad. Got to diamond off that turn also. Guy's got to make sure he can make that pass if he goes up in there. Don't shoot up into you. Get that right quarter. Kenny's there. You got Smith behind him. Looks like they're kind of getting a little tight in the middle of the turn. Definitely loose coming off. And that's just all that is. Brown, meanwhile, going to try to see if he can't put the corn hub machine up here. Corn hub. Wonder if his corn's got some holes in it. Who knows? Reese's car. Cook. Giving him room, but he's just got to be patient because you can see how slick he is coming off. Tough. That's what I'm talking about. Later on, is tires the best option? Sure. But if we get down to, let's say, I don't know, 15 to go, 10 to go, let's say 10 to go. And about 5 or 4 of these guys stay out. Leader stays out. The rest of them get tires. That is the perfect scenario. And you can see them guys behind him catching. Brown's able to make it around, and see Smith. Just see how long it makes him to take the pass here. Kenny falls back in the third. Grant's back in the fourth. Moyer, you know, see if he can't push up here and find Grant. This is what you get here at North Wilkesboro. A lot of single file, nose to tail style racing. Sykes back here in 6th. Smith gonna push it back here in the 7th place spot. Keith Prince back in 8th. Tuck, he go up in the 9th place. Cook, first car lap down. Brown, him and his corn hub machine. Kid a kick at it. Corn hub. That's fun. Horn and hub. Don't get the reference. Maybe you don't know the internet. Maybe you're not on the internet. I don't know. Battle back here. Looks like Moyer's going to take that away from Grant. For a while, you start seeing who's good on long runs with the tires. Smith. Smith, Brown. Kenny. Smith looks like he's catching. The lap times, yeah, he's 1898 to 1919. He's a solid 10th faster. Right there, he was almost 2 tenths faster. That's enough for him to go by. So not quite sure. Nathan Brown has probably run those tires off, which is not what you want to do at this track. Want to be calm, cool, and collected. Pace yourself. Smith and Brown. Kenny. Backside here. You Kenny. Moyer. I hope I said his last name right. Moyer. There fourth, Grant. Fifth place, and Sykes. Sixth, Smith. Got Prince, Tuck, Cook. Battle heating up here for the lead. Oh boy. Brown board. Let's just see what Khalib is doing here. Smith. Look at him, just cocking that wheel. See how much wheel input he's putting in. Oh, he looks good. That looks really good. That's smooth. Let's watch Brown. If he's putting a lot in either. That car's just getting a little bit looser than he likes. Did close the gap up just a little bit that time. Speed-wise, the last time, look at this. Smith says, you know what? I want us to make short work. And as fast as he's been, he's going to. I talk about it a lot. How fast do you got to be just to go right by a guy? Ask him. You've got to be a solid tenth and a half faster to do what Smith just did right there. And we were seeing it. He was a tenth to almost 2/10 faster. And that translates over to what that pass was. Now, if they were, let's say, a half tenth, 600s, 400s, I believe he might have eventually got around him, but it would have took some laps for him to do it. Would have got there at his quarter, slowly creeped up to his door, got side by side of his door, had a race there for a while. So, yeah, I'm talking. Now you can see the big difference because the last lap was a 16 to a 35, and he's just walking the dog. Problem is, you get out front, keep going fast, you might run your tires off. Kenny's chasing them down. Hoyer's back here in fourth. So now we're starting to see guys better on the long run who can handle these things on these bad tires. Oh. See. Smith up 3. Hoyer hard charger, he's up 4. It's going to dive it done. 3 wide don't work here. No Sykes. That's Sykes right? Prince. I know Prince is probably sitting back there thinking, going, I could go around in 2. I'm fast. I wouldn't try that 3 wide because you're going to end up wrecking. 2 wide's bad enough here. 3 wide, you're asking for some disaster. Let me know how it sounds out there. Looks to y'all folks. Try to 5 on me. Look good for y'all. In a week out. Enjoy it, man. Appreciate these guys at the Brownney Racing League. Let me come out here and do this. And a good one. Old Wilkesboro, looking strong. Smith, right there with it. Dogs are going crazy in the back. So far, Smith, man, out front. Holding on to it. Brown right behind him, seeing if he can't get back up there to him. Kenny, a little bit off the pace, but he's right there too. Moyer, so everybody's kind of just settled in, settled down. Not quite sure. I think they can go all the way pit-wise. If I can find y'all some info. Pit window. All right, here we go. We do have one green, white checkered. No restart zone. Okay. 50% fuel and 3 tires. So this track and fuel. Last night we saw them go 30-some laps, but already went. Fell over that, so 50%. We should be seeing pit stops here soon. I mean, but a lot of these guys pitted on lap 10, so they've been out there for 4 laps. So that means they, if we can do the math here, 55. So that means they've been out there for 45. You see Sykes coming in now, 45 laps. I'll say 50 laps, maybe. That should be the, I'm going to say that's probably the, either way, they're only going to have to make one pit stop. Maybe. And right now, we're halfway. We crossed halfway. What, 55 laps to go. They have went 45. They'd have to go another, they'd have to go at least to 65 to make this thing all the way. What y'all think out there in the chat? Y'all think they can go 60 laps here? Or 55 at least? 55 would split them. Oh, that's going to be a tough one, I think. See what we got. Smith, Brown. Kenny. Hoyer. Grant. Smith. Prince. Up. Alright, there's Brown on pit road. He's coming in at lap 60, so that will put $40, $50 laps to go. So that means if he pitted on lap 10, that's 50. So that's okay. So at this point, you can push it another couple laps. Say Kenny or Smith. Let's say Smith here. You can push it another couple laps. Green, white, checkered won't matter. I'll be able to take it through that one attempt. Now, granted, we go green the rest of the way. There's no cautions. But right now, it's on pace for a good green flag run. And a race like this, you know, you get in a short track and you always think, man, there's going to be cautions. But then you start getting in a race like this, and then you have to reset. You have to think about, at this point, like the leader, he's out here, he pitted lap 10, he got fuel, tires. Lap 63. He's thinking lap 65 or more. Pitting. Why? Because he's got to think, this thing could go green. You know, some guys base the races off, or the pit strategy off of going, you know, yellows and stuff like that. But at the pace of this one, you've got to. I would be like, yeah, right now, race pace, going green. If I can make it to lap 65, and it looks like it's going to, I'm well in the catbird seat of, yeah, right. I mean, that's perfect. Well in for what I need. Fuel, tires, and even if there is a green, white checkered, I'm still good. Now, if there is a caution, still, it doesn't mess up your game plan. It doesn't mess up what you're thinking. Because if there is a caution, guess what? You're still coming on pit road because everybody else is. There you go. Kenny's the only one that hadn't come in. So he's going to push actually him, Prince, and Tuck. Stayed out right now. Kenny's probably thinking the same thing. Things going, and now Kenny would like to see a caution. He don't want to be the caution, because if he is the caution, guess what? All this work that you just done, you're going to throw it away. Because you're going to go a lap down. Because you can't, I understand it in NASCAR, you can't go in pit road with the leaders. You cause the caution. But here he comes. He's definitely going to have enough. Go all the way. All the guys that pinned late, 65, 66, they're going to have enough. 64. Oh, yeah. I'm going to say Brown's still going to have enough, even at 59. The green, white, checkered might. Why is Grant still? He had to come on pit road, and wow. Earlier he got tagged on a mishap, but been on pit road an awful long time, and there he just gone. I'm not sure what happened to Grant. We'll get an update out there on him. All right, Prince, time to come in, man. Get some tires. There's no, at this point, there is no benefit to stay out unless you're fishing for a caution. But there is no benefit, and you probably, the longer you stay out, you're probably likely going to be the caution. I'm just saying. As Cook.
Yellow flag is out.
Yeah. Okay, well, there's a caution. Wow. Let's go back and watch what happened. Hoyer. Got in the back. Oh. Wow. So, just got in the back and whoo, hang on to it there. Now, Prince did not benefit from that caution because he got involved in it. And he got some damage. Wow. Problem is this caution flew. It will help out Brown. Up, maybe. Definitely Khalib. Khalib almost got involved in it. Kenny. Those guys are not going to come on pit road. No need to. They just came on pit road. Especially Kenny. He just came on pit road. Smith. Right here, but yeah. First caution of the night. Brownney Racing. What were they saying on the All-Star race? Yeah. Yeah. That's smash. Smash. Ain't do much, man. Oh, Grant. Oh, okay. You tell me about Grant. Yeah, we didn't get to see it. I don't know what happened to Grant, but car looked all right on pit road. Remember, they got a fast fix here. Smith, Tuck, Kenny. Stuff so far. All right, we got Kenny, Smith, Brown.
Green.
These cars in, green flag. Smith's gonna get that jump out front. Pick that high lane. And Brown's gonna see if he can sling her on down there. This is what Smith wants to see. Them two guys battle. Tear them tires up. Brown and Kenny get up there and battle with each other. That's the tires all up. Blow them up a little bit. And he's going to try to work over the back end of Smith. See how Smith diamonds it off, and Kenny's going to try to go on in there. That's the scary part about diamonding in a track. Got to worry about whether or not the guy on the inside is going to just shove it down in there. And it's up to the second place car, realistically, to know what the guy in front of you is doing. You're seeing that and you're going, oh, he's giving me the opening. No, he's not. If you cannot make that pass safely, putting your nose down in there, not be an option. Again, I say it as in, you know, couldn't do it, but he gets done a lot. Looks like here's the problem too. Once you're not able to get around that guy in front of you, this place is so hard to pass, you're just going to hope he makes a mistake or tears his tires up. Brown right now, yeah, he's falling off. See Kenny, and they're about dead even. Smith back here, back and forth all by himself. Old Tuck Casper car. Got Moyer right behind him. Bump and run could come into play here too. Hey, you know, you can do the bump and run right. Yeah. The bad thing about the bumping and running on these cars, you can end up spinning the guy out in front of you. Last lap, 69, 70, 67. I mean, those top three cars are dead even. When they pitted on 65, 69, 73, you won't see Brown probably be able to utilize his tires in here until about the next 10 laps or so. 24 to go. Ooh, Kenny gonna go high. He keeps doing that. Gonna open the door up here for old Brown. Brown's gonna keep searching and looking. Kenny knows. I mean, now you're starting to see him close up in on a Smith. A Smith's tires starting to, you know, feel the heat a little bit. Starting to feel a little pressure. Kenny, Brown. Door to door. Smith, Kenny, Brown. Now you see Smith. Those tires are starting to heat up a little bit. He just gave that outside lane to Kenny, and I think that's what Kenny wants. I mean, with new tires, I mean, Smith there, problem is he's not going to get the bite off the turn. He'll get it going in through the middle. I'm talking about how long it takes to pass somebody here. It's just a matter of time. Kenny's going to take it. The new tires. Now Brown's going to work it over. Those new tires are just going to set sail. Brown should have the best set here. Hit at lap 73. He doesn't want to cook them. He doesn't want to go. None of these guys are going to pit again. If it goes green, you're set. Smith's going to try to pinch down old Brown. Got a feeling Brown's going to have to try to do something. Rattle the cage a little bit, maybe a Smith. Doesn't want to let Kenny get too far ahead. Or Kenny stays out front. I don't know. Where he going? You can see Brown is faster. Just right now, Smith's taking the line he needs. And you know what? Up to Brown to find a way around him. Right there, you can see the drive in. Those tires are a lot better. Also use those tires up doing that. He's got to be consistent like that right there. Yeah, he's got to be consistent. Push Smith into making a mistake. The problem is you see Smith's having to get out of the throttle, and that's killing momentum on Brown. He's just eventually going to have to. Smith's going to make a mistake. I mean, Brown's going to end up getting in the back end of him if this keeps up. And it's not going to be, I'm not going to put it on Brown. The reason being, and Smith's fighting for his life staying in that position. But Smith right now, those tires are not there. He lost a little bit there, Brown did. Smith is actually just trying to fight to stay second spot. Nothing wrong with that. I think Brown now is going to have to cool his tires down because he won them. Lost some headway. What's Moyer back here doing? Hanging out. Got the other Smith, Chris, coming up on him. Over one machine. Him and Casper back here. Up. Might have a battle happening. Kind of closing in, so. Brown's going to get it. I mean, you can just see those newer tires. Yeah, he's going to get back up there. Faster, he ran a 0. Kenny's out front. He's running fast. 99 to 97. Khalib is off the pace by a solid 10th. Maybe more. It's just a tough place to pass. Bad thing about it now, even if Brown gets around him, running Kenny down, it's probably going to take a caution. Brown can't keep doing that. Or he keeps sliding those back tires. He needs to just stay smooth. And if Smith right now gets in trouble on him, because he's definitely faster. He's got a run right there. Huge run. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. He needs to go. Yeah, he just needs to go. That's what I'm talking about earlier right there. I don't put that on Brown. Watch it one more time. We had a perfect angle watching it. Smith has old tires. He is backing the turn up and hitting that brake. Brown has just got new tires. I mean, yeah. But you can see right here, watch. Watch Brown. How much sooner he has to. He has to know that at some point, Nathan Brown just is not, going to stop. Now, remember I said earlier, we're not going to be the green-white checker when we go green. Break down what's going to happen here. Brown's on some pretty good tires. Going to have Kenny on brand new tires. Brent's, he just took 2. Smith's going to have 4. Duck, Glebe, Smith. So the Smith boys, both are going to have new tires. It's all going to be how. I don't know. Do they have lane choice? Anybody tell me they have lane choice? Hey, Brown. Tell me y'all got lane choice? I don't know if anybody knows. Because if not, if they have lane choice, I'm putting Moyer on the inside in front of Kenny. And I'm putting Smith on my back end. If they don't, then Kenny's going to have that awesome start. Kenny's got the best tires out there. Well, Smith does too. Those tough. I put one of those guys behind him, praying that they battle. But one of them is going to get probably a free pass, so to speak, lack of a better word. Moyer's not going to be able to hold off those guys. But if they were behind him, then they could. It'd be me if I had lane choice. I'm swapping this because you're pretty much going to give Kenny a free shot at you. Yes, be only 5 laps to go. If you can, all right, let's lay it out to you. How I see it. Brown needs to get out front. He needs Moyer to hold up Kenny, maybe make him hard to pass for at least a lap.
Green flag, green flag.
And Brown needs to go. Problem is, you see Kenny right there. He did spin the tires. Kenny did.
Caution, yellow flag.
On cold tires. Now, this is what he needs. He needs them to race for about a lap. Nope, not going to happen. See, that's what I was saying. Caution instantly, though. Chris Smith around. What happened? Smith was back here. What happened to Smith? He was in fourth. I thought he hurt his race. Oh, spun the tires. They're on new tires, man. Oh, probably in the wrong gear. Well, that done his race in. And what this done right here is put us in a green-white checker attempt number 1. And Brown sitting there going, love it. Needs one more restart like he just got. Let me break down what the green-white checkered is. All right, green-white checkered. We go green. They make a lap. They get the white flag. Race is official. Then they get the checkered. But if we go green and before they get to the white flag, if a caution flies, that race is done. So Brown might be going, yeah, I'd like to go to the finish. And again, might just like for this caution to fly. You did see Kenny spin the tires. That was the perfect setup that Brown wanted. He got out front. Moyer was right beside of Kenny. Kenny spun the tires. They had to race for about a lap. It would have took about another lap for Kenny to get up there. Whew, this might work in his favor. What y'all think? Corn hub car out here. Showing off his headlights. Punching people in the butt. Just, oh, Lord. Trying to keep PG-13, folks. Which I don't know if we were after hours. I guess we could go, TV 17 here. We're all adult audiences. Got the Rainbow Warrior cars behind him, Moyer and Kenny. And then Casper, he's hanging on. Don't count him out. He could be a sleeper, too. Casper back there going, might give me a podium out of this. Good. On Casper because his car's all white. Steven Tuck. I was talking about it earlier and how to maybe fix that. Maybe I'll go back and listen earlier in the race. Well, can Nathan Brown hold off one more time? Green-white checkered attempt 1. We only have 1. If they make it to the white flag, it's race is official. Doesn't matter what they do, they can wreck the whole field. But if they don't make it to this white flag and a caution comes out, Nathan, whoever's out front, to say it that way, wins it. Well, you're just going to try to get up there in the front. Kenny's going to be like, I don't know, time this thing right. Well, Corn Man, he's been on it all night long. Brown corn. Nathan Brown out front.
Green, green, green.
And he does. He gets the shot that he needed. Kenny right there. Yeah, that is perfect. That is what Brown needed right there. He needed them to battle side by side for a lap or so. So it's going to be on for second, third. White flag. But does Kenny got enough muscle to get up there to the bumper of Brown? Oh, Smith's around. Boom, not happening. Nathan Brown has 2 more turns. He's going to make that thing wide. Oh, he'll give him the outside, but it ain't going to matter. Are you kidding me? What? Oh, Oh, no. Moyer's going to win. He wrecked him. Coming out of 4. Come on, Kenny. Last week we saw y'all two, man, get in the... Oh, this is not getting good, guys. There was no call for that at all. Last week, you two guys were playing around on the track. Come on, man. No. That was Brown's race. I'm giving it to Brown. That was Brown's race. Wow. But Moyer, he said, hey, I'll take it. I did a Joey Chitwood show. I came out of that thing sideways. Woohoo. He said, man, forget it. I'll take it. I just can't keep doing that week in and week out, guys. Just not happening. Not happening. Wow. Smith, Tuck, Moyer, though. Okay. Find some of these guys and interview room. Smith, join the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, what's happening, man?
Why? Wait, came home in 3rd.
Yeah, that's hey, persistence pays off.
Yeah, I mean, North Wilkesboro, tough track, and it's just one of these. It's just one of those tracks. I mean, back and forth though, it was up front a lot. Like you said, consistency paid off. I mean, how was you feeling here? I mean, I know it was a little loose, but did you feel like you might have had a car that could have got up front most of the race?
Nah, man, not even close, man. There was 3 or 4 of those guys that were definitely class of the field. But again, survival will get you a long ways in life sometimes. So it applies in iRacing as well. So sometimes you just got to be there to be there.
Hey, no doubt about it. Well, I tell you what, man, did good. Came home in 3rd. You got anybody want to thank for a good finish?
Hey, man, I'd like to thank you, man. You do a great job, and a great job as always. And obviously, the Brownney League, Nate, Evan, Jeremy, all those guys, everybody in the league. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. My wife for letting me do this. Yeah, we'll go at it again next week in Charlotte.
There you go. That's old Smith coming home in 3rd. Well, let's bring the man down here at 1 tonight. Jeremy, Joanne Booth, got a copy?
I got you, Joe.
Well, I always say anybody that's on 2 wheels doing the Joey Chitwood show imitation. Did you think you were going to win this thing?
No, I didn't. I was maybe 4th or 5th quickest out there, but when I saw him getting into each other in front of me, I just kept my foot in it and knew I was going to cross the finish line somewhere.
Well, sometimes, man, it's better to be on the luck end of the stick than the bad end of the stick, and you were there in 2nd. You had a good pit strategy. Now, was you worried even with those old tires on those green-white checkers?
I had a good bit of time to cool down. I wish I could have gotten some clean tires, but I got stuck behind the pace car and had to take the wave around instead. So I was stuck with what I had, but they cooled down enough, and I knew I was going to get past by 2 or 3 of them until that ending happened.
Hey, I tell you what, well, like you said, you brought it home. Wild finish bringing it home, too, by the way. Won it tonight here. You got anybody want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank you for doing the broadcast. Thank Nate for doing most of the work in this league, and my teammates, Evan and Kevin, who couldn't be here tonight.
Tell you what, there you go. That's old Jeremy bringing it home here. Well, let's get a word in here with this guy. So, Joanne the Booth, got a copy? Steven, Joanne the Booth, got a copy?
Yeah, where do I need to be?
Oh, you right here, man. You in the booth with me. Coming home in 2nd. How you feeling?
Lucky?
Hey, well, you know what? Sometimes I always say better be lucky than good, but then again, hey, I got to have luck. But I tell you what, man, coming home in 2nd, what was going through your mind on that last restart?
I was looking at top 5, to be honest with you. I ran the first half of the race just trying to get a feel for the track, and it just got a little bit better for me. I got a better feel for it towards the end, and then really it was survival.
Well, you had those new tires, and I said, man, watch out back there. I was calling you Casper all night long to the white car and all, but and by the way, if you go back and watch the broadcast, I was mentioning maybe on how to fix that problem because there was an issue with some of the Xfinity cars at one time with the paints and stuff. Hey, you brought the Ghost Machine home, man, in second. Got anybody you want to thank?
I think Nate and the guys, for putting the league on. If you don't have people to put the time in, and for the league, it's not going to exist. And he works real hard, and I know he's trying to build it up. Thursday nights aren't the best for me, but I'm going to try to show up a little more often. Maybe I'll get here early enough somebody can show me how to figure these paints out.
Well, like I said, there's a way to figure it out, but man, hey, looking good out there. Again, congratulations on that second place run. Thank
you, brother. Have a good night.
Yo, man, those old Tuck, man, coming home in second. Well, wild finish. I know they're out there talking about it, and I'll throw my 2 cents into the hat. I know Brown out there is probably, they're teammates, Brown and Kenny. Guys, it's 2 weeks in a row now. Y'all out there got into each other. That was unavoidable, what he did. Now, going into the turn, that's one thing. But coming out of a turn, there is no way he should have ran over the leader. That was Brown's race, I think, to win. But hey, nonetheless, Warrior said, I'll take it. Hey, man, y'all could open the door up like you did. I'm going to run it right through it. And he did. Well, for North Wilkesboro and the Brownney Racing League, for myself and everyone, have a good night.